Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's beauty blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to the kickoff of the New Year, New You series, which this first part of the series is going to be focused around the Ziip Halo. I want to perform the 30-day plan for the best skin of our lives and start it with you guys. Now, I picked up my Ziip Halo when it was released. I think that was back in June. I can't remember. And I've made a few videos with the Ziip Halo, and you guys know it's become a favorite microcurrent device. The reason why I picked up the Ziip Halo is because I wanted to try it for one and compare it to my old first edition GX Ziip. Two, the Ziip is a great device for traveling. It's also great if you don't have a lot of time to spend on a treatment for your skin. The Ziip has quick, effective treatments, and it's easy for you to get any treatment when you have time constraints and a busy schedule. And that's one of the reasons why I picked it up, because if I don't have time to do a full long microcurrent session with my Pico toner, I pick up the Ziip. And this is what I travel with. So with this 30-day plan, I wanted to start it because since I've had my Ziip Halo, I haven't used it consecutively. When I first got it, I did the 6-day event ready plan, which ended up being too much for my skin due to using it every day for 6 days. It was just too much for my skin. I think the perfect way to get introduced to your Ziip and to get to know it and see what it could do for your skin is to follow the 30-day plan. And that's what we're gonna do. And I hope those of you who have the Ziip Halo will follow along. And we could see what the Ziip Halo will do for my skin over the next 30 days. Now I have some notes here that I'm going to read off. So with the Ziip, it's the only home use beauty device in the world to use microcurrent and nanocurrent. It's a dual waveform technology. And then it has multiple skincare benefits you can target. So lifting, toning, skin tightening, brightening, smoother texture, uneven skin tone. You can depuff and plump. And it's a non-surgical alternative to Botox and facelifts. And you have a variety of programs, which I'm gonna pop up the app here. You know, you have a brow lift, you can work under the eyes, you can use depuff underneath your eyes if you have puffy eyes, and you can use it above. You can use it here under your chin, because as we get older, we have that stagnant lymph that pools because of lack of circulation. And you have, focus programs to where you could target your jowls. And I love Plump, and I love Founder's Favorite. And the beauty about Ziip, even though it is app-based, is that they're always adding to the menu of treatments and they improve it. Now with the Ziip Halo, the reason why we have a new Ziip is because what Melanie did is she took all the feedback from everybody over the years of using the GX and the OX models and fit it here in the Ziip Halo. Now, I've used the GX back in the day when I first got it back in 2016. I have the very first edition. And, I loved that device when it first came out. However, when they updated the app to the new programs, I couldn't use it anymore because it became really intense for my skin. But I was kind of scared when I picked up the Ziip Halo that I wasn't going to be able to use programs like instant gratification, brow lift, and also the gels program, because those use a strong intensity, which is number 3, and you don't have any way to adjust the current on the Ziip, and you don't have a pause button. So if you lose your place in an app, that's my only 2 things with this device. But I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to use it. But somehow with this new Halo, I have no issues with any of the programs. Today I did instant gratification and it went smooth. I did not get any muscle twitching. I didn't feel any weird sensation. I did feel that current and it was pretty strong, but I could tolerate it and I knew it wasn't decreasing my ATP. Overall, I think this is a great microcurrent device. I think it's perfect for someone who wants something simple and easy to use, because the app is very user-friendly. And Melanie's videos and instructions are so beautiful and relaxing when you follow along. So let's talk a little bit about the Ziip. Okay, so the Ziip Halo facial toning device. So it's microcurrent, which targets the facial muscles to contract and relax, much like a workout, which gives a lifted, tightened appearance. And then we have nanocurrent. So nanocurrent is electrical wavelengths at a cellular level, syncs with electrical impulses to facilitate growth and repair, resulting in long-term benefits. I have another device actually that uses nanocurrent too. And the thing I want to point out here is, before I was kind of brainwashed with microcurrent from, some other company. And, they said that nanocurrent doesn't do anything for your skin or your muscles. And I beg to differ, because I see a difference when I use the Ziip on the nanocurrent programs, and my skin looks healthy, radiant, and glowing. And in my other device, I notice a difference in my skin too. So be careful where you get your information from about these different currents. A lot of times some of these companies will tell you to say certain things or make you take a class because it's focused around their device. So I do see a difference with the nanocurrent, and the Ziip, I would say, is like having a facialist in the palm of your hand. All right, so what you will find in your Ziip app is you have 7 full facials, which are 4 to 12 minutes each, and they're one-click treatments that treat the entire face. You have 6 targeted treatments, which are 2 to 3 minutes each, fast treatments that focus on specific areas of the face, and we have 3 treatment plans. So ranging from 7 to 30 days. So you have the 6-day event ready plan. And then you have the 14-day, I think it's called Get to Know Your Ziip. And then you have the 30-day plan, which is the best skin of your life. So if you're someone who wants, a program to follow along with, they're very nicely done and they give you all the instructions that you need. And with this 30-day program, we will be taking anywhere from 2 to 3 days off in between our treatments. Like today, I performed instant gratification on my skin. And then on Wednesday, we will be performing Founder's Favorite, okay? Now, with the Ziip, I have something here on the halo effect, which I'm gonna post right over here for you. So it says, Ziip is the only beauty device to give both immediate results and lasting effect. Achieve long-term skincare results through the power of nanocurrent that just gets better each time you use it. Here's what happens to your skin over 6 weeks of using the Ziip consistently. So from 0 to 24 hours, you look lifted and contoured. With 25 to 48 hours, your skin looks brighter. I'm sorry, I'm reading this wrong. So microcurrent, it says microcurrent and then Ziip nanocurrent at the bottom. 7 days increased lift. After 6 weeks, you have reduced wrinkles, reduced lines, smooth skin, and glowing, radiant, plump skin. So we are going to put this to the effect for 30 days with that 30-day plan. My friend Darcy from the Brazilian Girl channel has been, she has started the 30-day Best Skin of Your Life plan. She started it for December, and I have to tell you, her skin looks amazing. And every time I use my Ziip, I'm always amazed at what this does for my skin. I absolutely love the effect, and it does last me for 24 to 48 hours. My skin always looks so good. And I get a lot of compliments on it too. So I have all the gels for the Ziip Halo, and we're gonna go over them. So my plan is for this 30-day treatment is I'm going to use all the gels. And since I have 4, I'm gonna use a week with each. So I'm kicking off this first week using the Golden Conductive Gel. Now, when I first got my Ziip GX, I started out with the Golden Gel. And this was the only gel that they had. And it's also the most expensive. I believe this is $129. And then I do have a Ziip discount code that will save you 10%. And sometimes Ziip runs specials to where they'll have a sale and you can stack my discount code on top for additional savings. So with your Golden Gel, it is peptides to relax lines, 24 karat gold to calm, and hematite to strengthen. It's best for firming the skin. Now, when I very first used this, I have sensitive skin. And at that time, my skin was compromised. My rosacea was not under control. And I was, testing a bunch of different skincare. And I was also using a lot of skincare products that weren't restoring the health of my barrier. So this actually irritated my skin. Now this, excuse me, does not have a scent to it, but it has like a cooling effect on the skin. And today I use this for our treatment, and I had no issues with this. When I first put it on, my skin got red, but I left this on for an additional 10 minutes after the treatment as a mask, because with their special gels, the Golden Gel, the Silver Gel, and the Crystal Gel, they have the skincare benefits in them that you can use these as a mask as well. So if I'm not performing a targeted treatment such as Problem Solver or Electrical Tone, I will leave this on my skin for some additional time after my treatment to get the benefits. And it's like I'm doing 2 things at once. I got my microcurrent treatment in, and I'm masking at the same time. I would say if your skin is sensitive and reactive, this would not be the gel for you. My skin has changed. I have restored the health of my barrier, and it's been in really good condition that I'm not as sensitive as what I used to be, and I didn't have an issue with this. So we will continue the rest of this week to use the Golden Conductive Gel, and I will give you my final thoughts before we work into the next gel. So the next gel I have here is the Crystal Gel. So this is their organic gel, and it's made with glutathione to brighten, cedar bark to repair, and veronica flower to soothe. And this one, I believe, if you have sensitive skin, but it's not hypersensitive, you could definitely use this. This one, I did have some issues with it in the past. It caused my skin to be irritated. Take in mind of what I said with the Golden Gel. So I mentioned when I did my last Ziip video for radiant healthy skin using the Ziip Halo that I was going to pick these up and test them out for you guys, and it's the perfect time to do it here in January. I wanted to start this series in December, but you know, my schedule became really hectic with work, and then my grandma is sick and I just wasn't able to do it. So I said, oh, let's try in January. So I actually reached out to Ziip and they sent these to me to use for this series. So these were actually gifted, okay? So with the crystal gel, I would say that this is really great if you have hyperpigmentation or melasma, because glutathione is a skin brightener and it really helps with you know, that pigment. So if you have hyperpigmentation or melasma, I would definitely recommend this. If you prefer a more on the organic side of the gels, then I would try this. And we will test this the following week to see how my skin reacts. But I know if you have hypersensitive skin, this probably wouldn't be a good choice for you, because like I said, I had issues with it. And then if you have sensitive skin in general, this probably isn't a good choice, but I'm still going to test it and see how it is for you. My favorite gel, and one that I continue to repurchase, is the silver gel. So the silver gel has crushed pearl to glow, aloe vera to soothe, hyaluronic acid to hydrate. Best for sensitive skin types, and I agree. If you have sensitive skin, if you have hypersensitive skin, this is the one that I would suggest for you. Now, it does have crushed pearl in it. So this, you know, with that pearl in it, it also is going to brighten the skin. So this one is focused on brightening, hydrating, glowing, beautiful skin, and it ends up being the cheapest. Well, now not the cheapest, but if you want the skincare benefits out of the three, the crystal gel and the golden gel, this one is the cheapest. It's $50. So this, I believe, is $129. Crystal gel is $80, and the silver gel is $50. I love this gel. It's a favorite. I've used this with my Pico toner. I love it. It's just such a beautiful gel, and it's my favorite. Next, we have their newest one, which is their electrical complex gel. So the electrical complex gel, it's no frills. There's no skincare benefits in here. It does have glycerin in it though, so it is hydrating. So electric complex gel, the superpower in all of our conductive gels. The Ziip electric complex gel conducts the Ziip power through your skin to tone and tighten and lift. Now, I will say, if you have acne-prone skin, I've heard of those who have acne having issues with the electrical complex gel. And I will tell you, when I use this for that 6-day event ready plan, I actually broke out from this too. I will pick this up if I'm just going to do a quick treatment, and you know, like one of those 2 or 3 minute treatments, I will use this gel. If I'm going to do a longer treatment, I'll pick up my silver gel or the golden gel or the crystal gel. If you're going to do a long treatment, this might not be the best choice for you. It is simple ingredients. It does have glycerin in it. It is the base for the Ziip gels, but however, there's something in this that some of those with acne-prone skin are having issues with, and I had some issues with it too. So I would say going forward, I wouldn't repurchase this. So I purchased this when I purchased my Ziip Halo, even though the Ziip Halo comes with a trial size, which it makes a very nice travel bottle, by the way. So if you use that gel and you don't like it, the one that you get with your device, I would suggest empty that contents out of that bottle and clean it out and save it so that you can have a smaller bottle to decant your Ziip gels to use for travel. It makes a difference. So those are the gels. So like I mentioned, we're gonna start out, so this week we're gonna use the golden gel, and at the end of the week, I will give you my thoughts. The next week, we're gonna go into the crystal gel, then we'll go into the silver gel, and then the very last week, we will focus on the electrical complex gel. So, you guys wanna follow along with me? So now, I did my instant gratification treatment today, which you guys are gonna follow through. My tips for getting your best results with microcurrent, one is make sure you're hydrated from the inside out. Drink about 8 ounces of water about 30 to 40 minutes before your treatment. Make sure you hydrate your skin topically. Although these Ziip gels are pretty hydrating because they have glycerin in it and they're very, very nice. Your skin will automatically get hydrated from this treatment, but just make sure you keep your skin hydrated from the inside out. And I also like to focus on working my fascia. And I do that through a tool that I demonstrate here. I thought I brought it with me, but I guess I didn't. So you're gonna go into the demo. I start off with working in my fascia to help with circulation, working any sort of fascia restrictions in the skin that will inhibit me getting a great lift, because it's really important to do facial massage and work in your fascia to release that tension in order to get your best lift. Because in the face, our muscles are attached to our skin. And when you have those tense, tight muscles and that they're, there's fascia wrapped around there, constricting blood flow, keeping the muscle clamped down, guess what? Your skin starts to look saggier. And then when you go in with your microcurrent, you don't usually get the results that you want to see. So working in that fascia, doing facial massage, releasing that tension in your skin, your neck, your chest is very, very important. And if you've been following along here with me, you know how much I preach working in your fascia is so, so important. So we're going to go into this first treatment today with a Anma treatment, which I did the full treatment for you guys to follow along if you want. And then you can save this video to go back and do that before your treatments or on your off days. It's up to you. And then I'm also going to start each session off with a moment of gratitude by sharing with you some quotes and affirmations, because part of the New Year, New You series for me is expressing more gratitude. The more gratitude that we show ourselves and everything and have for things in our life, the more beautiful, positive things and blessings happen to us in our lives. And I think everyone should express more gratitude. It would make the world such a better place. All right, so you guys are going to go into that treatment. Enjoy. And along with this too, I will be giving you tips and tricks. I will also probably, if I feel like I wanted to, I'll leave it there. I will give you tips and tricks on how to enhance your treatment. And then you guys can see me on how I perform the freeform treatments like today. But with these freeform treatments, you can focus on anywhere on your skin, and maybe if you follow along with me, you'll get some helpful tips and tricks. All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoy this, and if you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Aloha, everyone, and welcome to day 1 of the 30-day Ziip Best Skin of Your Life plan. So I'm gonna do this differently than what most people would do it. I'm gonna give you tips and tricks along the way and things that will help improve your results. Number 1 is working in your fascia. If you are not seeing your results from microcurrent or the Ziip, there's a good chance that you have some fascia adhesions. And fascia adhesions, what they do is they clamp down on the muscle and they create blockages from fluid getting out and fluid getting in, and they hold that muscle tight. Where you see this a lot within the face is starting to see that sagging skin, because the muscles in the face are attached to the skin. They're not attached to the bone like they are all over the rest of the body. And when those muscles become tight and tense, guess what? You're not going to see your best results from microcurrent. So practicing regular fascia release is important. So this morning, what I did is I did block therapy. I did 40 minutes of block therapy. I did 40 minutes working in my core. And then I did, 20 minutes of working in my core. And then I did 20 minutes working in my legs and my pelvis. And that is part of the block therapy starter program. Now we're gonna work the fascia in the face, the neck, and the chest, okay? And the reason why this is important also for all over the body, like performing block therapy, is because block therapy works on fascia decompression, where this tool is going to work on the fascia at the surface level. These adhesions, what they do is they grip down on the bone with 200,000 pounds of pressure per a square inch, creating that tension on that muscle. And what happens is they adhere down here into our collarbone, our ribs, our hips. And when we have these fascia adhesions that are in our collarbone, our ribs, our hips, it pulls all this down, and you start to see your turkey neck, your jowling. And what also affects this is your posture. And block therapy helps release and melt through those adhesions that are attached to the bone, and also helps realign your body to become more symmetrical. And also it helps with your posture, okay? And then as an overall body approach, you have your cells starting to run at an optimal level. Releasing those adhesions will allow the toxins and the lymph to flow out where it needs to flow out, and allows blood and oxygen and nutrients to get to those tissues, because those blockages not only block those fluids from getting in and getting out, but it also causes the tissues to become dehydrated and dry. And when you block and move through those adhesions and use your Anma tool at working the fascia at the surface level, it starts to bring that nutrients and that flowing out of the fluids and the inflow of fluids. And it hydrates those tissues all the way around, releases those adhesions, and you're able to move more freely, less pain throughout the body, and you become healthier. And you'll notice a difference in your skin too, is that the more that we practice releasing these fascia adhesions through fascia decompression, is that your skin will look brighter, firmer, and tighter over time, and you'll have less apparent wrinkles. It's just truly amazing. So we're going to start off with the Jane Man Anma. And since I don't have any makeup on my skin, I have a hair treatment in. I am going to go in with a cleansing oil. And this is the Michelle Coralie Pore Cleansing Oil. If you follow along here, you're very familiar with this. I love a cleansing oil that emulsifies to use with my Anma treatment, because it's very easy to take off after your treatment. Now, I just apply it all over, and we're going to do this really quickly. You don't have to spend a lot of time, The goal here is I want to spend 5 minutes. Now you can do this right before your treatment, or you can do it on an off day, but working and incorporating fascia work is so important. And nobody ever really talks about it except for a given few, which if you've been following along, you know who those given few are. All right, so now I am going to wipe this off my hands. And part of this New Year, New You zip challenge, I want to express gratitude, okay? So we're going to read a passage from my 5-minute gratitude journal, and every video that I produce in this series, we're gonna read a quote and an affirmation. And I think it's really important to practice gratitude. We all take things for granted, and we need to be more grateful for the things that we have, grateful for life, our surroundings, our blessings. So on this day, January 1st, 2024, our passage today is, now and then it's good to pause in our pursuit of happiness and just be happy. Our affirmation, I am just beginning the best part of my life, and today is the start of a new chapter in that 365-day book, right? All right, okay, so now let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna take the Anma, and I first like to go at my chest, and I use light, brisk movements, and I'm just letting the weight of the tool touch my skin, and we'll say it's like a nickel touching your skin. And I go back and forth. Okay, and when we're doing this, we're bringing up circulation and also working through those surface fascia adhesions. I can't talk. All right. Okay. So I'm just going to do that. Now for me, my skin turns pink the moment you touch it. The rule of thumb is you can go 30 to 90 seconds in each area, or just do it until your skin turns pink. If I did this until I saw the pinkness in my skin, I'd be done in 2 seconds. So I don't follow that rule. Next, what I like to do is I like to go cross fiber. Okay. We have so much fascia here in our chest, and that's the reason why I like to go cross fiber, because fascia runs in all these different directions. And where you have wrinkles, like for instance, I have chest wrinkles, I definitely go opposite direction of those wrinkles, okay? So those wrinkles are going vertical, and so I'm working them horizontally at a side-by-side motion. Okay, so next we're going to work the neck. So we're going to go and work the back of the neck just for a few seconds. And sometimes I like to take it down into my trap. You'll feel this. And it will feel nothing short of amazing. So this is not only working those fascia adhesions, but it's also creating that circulation and stimulating lymphatic flow. And all this decreases as we age. Our circulation decreases, moving out the lymphatic fluid decreases, it becomes more stagnant, and you look puffy underneath your chin here, around your eyes, puffy all over. And increasing your microcirculation is great, because not only will it stimulate the lymph flow, bring blood, oxygen, and nutrients to the skin, but in turn helps with building collagen and elastin and helping the skin appear firmer and tighter because of those nutrients. You must feed that collagen and elastin amino acids. All right, so I'm going to go on the side of my neck here, and we're just going to go around. You'll notice better results from your microcurrent treatment if you're regular with your fascia work. And in areas with the zip, you will be lifting in your neck and on your forehead. And these are areas that are prone to a lot of tension, and the muscle will shorten when you use the lifting mode. So working in that fascia will help keep these muscles from getting so tense and causing additional fine lines and wrinkles. Okay, so now we're gonna come up and go at our jaw. So I like to go right underneath my jawline right here. Take one row of the fingers. And again, we're using light pressure. We're not digging. It's really important that you don't dig into the skin when performing your surface fascia release. Digging will cause tissue damage. Next, we're going to take both rows and focus on this top row, working this whole entire cheek area. And this one will be slightly on the bottom, and eventually it will move up. So we're working in that jawline. And I'm working my way up. I'm going horizontal. And if you have a smaller face, it's just easy to use that top row of the fingers on the Anma. Okay, next thing what I'm gonna do is turn it vertically, and I always love to go in here, cross fiber, work the muscles, work the fascia at the different angles. And then I can get here right in front of my ear, which this whole area right here, there's a lot of chaos in this area from that repetitive movement of opening and closing your jaw. Okay, so next we're going to take this row of fingers, and I like to gently come underneath the cheekbone because there's a lot of chaos and adhesions in here too. Okay. Then we're going to take this finger right here, and we're going to work the side of the nose. And this is for like the bunny lines that you get. There's a lot of tension and sinus pressure that builds up here on the side of the nose. Then next, I'm going to take this row of fingers and just gently come underneath my eye. You want to be very gentle here. No pulling or tugging. Just gently go back and forth, sort of like a windshield wiper. It's going to help dislodge that fluid that gets caught underneath the eye. Then I'm going to take this one finger and come right here and go back and forth because we get a lot of tension right here in this area from repetitive movement. Think dynamic wrinkles. Okay, and then I'm going to take this finger and go here on the side of the temple and on the area where we get the crow's feet. You'll feel a lot of tension here in this area because of the repetitive movement, which causes those dynamic wrinkles. And the fascia sets in there and the wrinkles form, and it's good to perform this especially in those areas where you get those dynamic wrinkles, like the 11s, your crow's feet. And then I also like to take it a little bit right here at the corner with that one finger and just work this side area because I get those wrinkles right there now from my creasing from when I smile or squint. So I'm kind of approaching those at a diagonal because they are going vertical. And then I'm going to sandwich my brow in between the two fingers right here, And I'm gonna go back and forth like in a windshield wiper motion. And we're working above the brow and below the brow. Okay, next I'm gonna move up and take whatever fingers fit on my forehead, and I'm gonna go back and forth in a windshield wiper motion, just like this. I like to get up here in the hairline too. Okay, and I'm gonna take this row of fingers and go cross fiber to help with those wrinkles that we get on the forehead. Okay, then we're gonna come over here, do the same thing on the other side, and we'll finish off with working around the lips and the chin and in the depressors. Okay. Now you can perform this 2 to 3 times a week. You can do it 5 minutes every day. Do it right before your microcurrent treatment. It's up to you how to fit it in your schedule. I know I'm turning my head side to side like this because it's somehow easier for me. But I really want to try to focus on getting this left hand more in tune to the treatment so I can work on balancing my asymmetry and become more symmetrical. Okay, and then we're going to take the one finger. Oops, we're going to work right here. Okay, work up and down here. And we're going to sandwich the brow. Oops, sorry. I meant to do this corner area here. Okay, sandwich the brow. Go back and forth, like so. And you may feel, more pain or tension on one side versus the other. And that's because we are not symmetrical. We have some asymmetry going on. As you notice, like, our brows aren't the same. Some of us have a higher up brow than the other. Our eyes appear differently. We're higher up on one side than the other. Come over here, cross fiber. Okay, now I'm going to take one finger and work here in between my brows. And I like to take this all the way up to my hairline. Sometimes I'll come over here, just take it and just work in here a little bit longer on that side, loosen up that tension. Okay, now we're going to take this top one and work, or actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to take, you can try to do both lips at the same time, but I find for me, I like to work them separately. So I'm just working my top lip area here, kind of working into that nasal labial fold too. And then I'm going to come around and work the bottom lip here. And then I'm going to go into those depressors. And then come at my chin. And then I like to go down like this. Okay, last part is I like to come up underneath my chin and work it just like this. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the spine of the Anma and we're gonna flush everything out. So I'm just gonna do 3 passes on each section. Flushing out those toxins. Moving that stagnant lymph. Okay, then I'm going to take the thumbs here, come up underneath my jaw 3 times. Okay, and then I'm going to come back over here and I'm just going to flush all this out. I also like to come out this way, flush, 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 and then come up underneath my chin, do a little bit with this edge of the spine and the thumbs, curve my jaw. Okay, and then I'm going to come around here. And then flush 3 times. Then I take my thumbs and I trace my collarbone because fluid collects around here. Push it out. And then I'm going to come over here, work my chest, flush all this out. Okay, and then you just repeat everything on the other side. Now I'm going to go ahead and go remove this cleansing oil from my skin, and then I'm going to go in with an oil-free cleanser to remove all traces of oil of my skin, and then we're going to go in with our first Ziip treatment, which is instant gratification. So I will see you in a bit. Okay, everybody, I'm all cleansed, and the cleanser I went in with is the Balancing Cleanser by Victoria Deanne. This is just a simple gel cleanser. It doesn't lather, it doesn't foam up. It's very gentle on the skin. I would say like my best comparison to that cleanser to anything else out there on the market is the Dermalogica Special Cleansing Gel. If you like that, there is no need to pick this up unless you want to try it or you prefer the ingredients in this versus that cleanser, but that's what it reminds me of. I think the Special Cleansing Gel is probably a little bit thinner than this one from what I remember. It's been years since I've used that. So here is my skin. And it looks so much better after we performed that fascia work. I don't know if you noticed, but my eyes look more open and awake. So we're gonna go in with the Golden Conductive Gel. So I'm gonna start out using the Golden Conductive Gel. Now we all know how much I love the silver gel, and I've demonstrated the silver gel so many times on my channel. So we're gonna test this out on my skin and see how I fare with it, because both times when I've tried the crystal gel and the silver gel in the past, it irritated my sensitive skin, and I've always had a love for the silver gel. The electrical complex gel is not my favorite, but it's nice for a quick treatment. I just have issues with this one causing breakouts and irritation in my skin if I use it consecutively, like you know, every day or at least 3 days in a row. So let's test this out. And I already went over the gels, so you guys know what this is all about. So I'm taking 4 pumps, and there's no scent to it, just smells like skincare. So with these gels, what's special about the crystal gel, the silver gel, and the golden gel is that they have skincare benefits in them. And you can leave them on as a mask. You can sleep with them on your skin. You can leave them on after your treatment, or you can leave it on for a few minutes. And I just took 4 more pumps, and I'm gonna put this all over. Now with the instant gratification, we want to avoid the under eye area, but we can work above, because the microamps are too high in this program, along with the lift treatment, to work underneath the eyes. So I'm gonna put what's left over on my hands onto my chest, because after we perform this treatment, I am going to leave this on my skin for a little bit after, like probably like 10 minutes, and leave it on as a treatment mask so we can treat the skin, because it has those wonderful skincare benefits in it. And this is more of the anti-aging one that focuses on your aging concerns, such as firming, sagging skin, and fine lines and wrinkles. So our first treatment today is instant gratification, 6-minute treatment with an intensity level of 3. So it says get dramatic results exactly where you want them. This microcurrent powered facial workout stimulates your muscles to instantly lift and contour your defining features. You'll love reaching for this jowl lifting contouring treatment to prep for a social event or when your skin needs a little pick-me-up. Goal is to achieve instantly sculpted appearance, improved contour of your face, neck, and jawline. It's powerful microcurrent, intensity, intense vibrations, level easy. So this, like my skin's getting red from that gel. So this golden gel has like a minty feeling to me on the skin. So with this, I'm going to try to put up the screen record right here of the program. But with this, it is a free flow program, to where you don't follow along with the video. So I'm going to free form with this. So let's start our treatment, and I'm going to turn on my zip and sync it.
Make sure to apply conductive gel all over your face and your neck. For this treatment, we're going to be treating everything.
Okay.
So let's start right here. Now this is a freeform treatment, which means I'm just a guide for you. You can really focus in on exactly what's most important to you and where you want to see that instant lift. So you do not need to follow along with me exactly, but you can take these moves and then do those areas. If you want to break it down into jawline, cheekbone, brow bone, or you can really stay on the outskirts of the face, getting that nice immediate lift. So I'll take 2 vibrations to go from the bottom of the neck.
So I'm going to perform each movement 3 times.
Pull that brow on the way up and up to the forehead and the hairline. This is really working on the muscle. So you really want to think about where you want to see that lifting effect, where you want to see the opening effect. For me, I really like to see that. I always pull the tail of this brow, especially. It's my weak side, so I always pull the tail of that eye up when I come up to the top. If you want that on both sides of your eyes, always hit that tail.
So when you're doing this movement, just make sure that
at the very top
you're not getting
right here,
that top probe
this
under,
is
directly
all
underneath
good
the
for
eye.
when
You
you're
will
pulling all the way up into
shock it. It's so strong.
You do have to avoid the very center of the neck, always, because of the thyroid. But you can definitely work the side of the neck, and you can come in vertical like that. And specifically getting those cheekbones.
So I'm just working my brow, giving some lift up here. Then I'm going to come here in between my brows and work that area.
So this is a 6-minute treatment, and it's just the right amount for you to really
Okay.
see the effects.
So now we're going to go over to the other side
See, I've got that nice
and do the same thing.
there. We're gonna now make the same thing happen over here.
So this, you can just focus on anything that you want to define and contour. And again, remember this program,
Doesn't matter which way's
you do
forward.
not want to use underneath the
Charging
eyes.
forward and kind of letting it one side forward, one
So
side back.
easy for me to focus on
Pull vertically.
with these freeform programs is to do everything in 3s.
Moves. Whatever's comfortable for you. And like I said, you can do nice long pulls like this, where you're using more than one, so there's a vibration for me. There's the second one. Or you can just do your shorter single vibration
This one come up.
and slowly work your way up. It really is whatever works best for you, what feels the most comfortable.
I can't remember, is that 3? Oh well.
You want to get under the chin. Don't come down onto the throat, you just move forward on from the back to the front of the chin.
Oh, we're gonna...
If you're mainly concerned with the lower face, you can spend a lot of time down here doing this. And then just taking that last little second up.
All right. So everything does look more firmer and lifted. So we're only doing one program for today, and that's just instant gratification. So the next day, our treatment is, there's no treatments, okay? And then what we'll do is when it's my next treatment, which is in 3 days, I'm gonna come back and film that treatment with you and so forth, okay? So I will be back. I'm going to leave this gel on my skin for a little bit as a mask. And then I will put up my before and after picture so we can see the difference in my skin. And I will close out with you. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, everyone, I'm back and I took my before and after video. So I'm gonna pop it up right here so you guys can take a look. Now, what I noticed in my skin from this treatment is my eyebrows are lifted. My eyes look more open and awake. You can see some definition in my cheekbones and in my jawline. So that's what I noticed. So it did give me that instant gratification. So our next video is going to be, I believe it's on Wednesday. We're gonna skip 2 days and then we're gonna go into the founder's favorite treatment. So that'll be our next video. That will go up probably Wednesday evening because I work on Wednesday and I won't be home until the afternoon. So we'll do an evening zip treatment. There will be no fancy introduction. It'll just be us here in my bathroom. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to this series, and I hope that you will join me and see what the zip can do for your skin if you're consistent with it for the next 30 days. All right, I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.